Luke, how are you?
Good, how are you?
When you're coming into a room that already has DJ and another guy that's been here for a while, the odds of you getting on the field are probably not great. How do you approach your freshman year? Is it all about trying to learn as much as you can and soak it all up? Or are you in your mind saying, hey man, I'm gonna go win this job?
Definitely in my mind, I'm gonna go out there and compete every day and give everyone a run for their money. But like you said earlier, definitely I just wanna, be a sponge. DJ's, he's been everywhere and he's had a very long career. So, just be a sponge around him and kind of soak everything up, as well as Brock and the other quarterbacks. Just learning anything I can from them, learning the plays, learning how they do things. So definitely becoming a sponge, but on that practice field and in the weight room, I'm coming to work every day and compete. And that's really my goal.
Ira? Can you describe what it was like putting on the uniform and going through some of the practices down at the Universal?
Oh, it was a dream come true. Just to see and be a part of everything that the team was doing was awesome. Something I've always dreamt of is, going to an Orange Bowl or, being in the playoffs somewhere, being in one of those big games, and to experience that as a high schooler was out of this world. And, it was kind of just, it was surreal, but I definitely just soaked it up and I tried to make the best out of it.
Chris? Two-parter for you, Luke. First, following up on the Orange Bowl experience, what was that like for you to get in and get a feel for how things operate on a daily basis?
Yeah, it was awesome just to see how they do practice and the speed of it and the tempo. And they threw me in there a couple times, which I thought was really cool. I was still dealing with an ankle injury, so I wasn't completely 100%. But just to get in there and practice with the guys and get some of that timing down was a good start.
And to go back to the mega camp when you got offered, what was that moment like for you as someone who hadn't played a whole lot of high school quarterback, for Coach Norvell and everybody to take an attachment to you?
Yes, sir. Well, they were my first offer, so it was definitely surreal. Probably not supposed to say this, but my dad will probably kill me. But I remember him tearing up a little bit as I got the offer. He's probably not going to be too happy I said that, but just to be there with my family and for them to give me my first offer, it gave me a boost of confidence. There were a couple of times early on where I was like, I don't know, can I really do this? Can I be a college quarterback? And for Coach Norvell and the staff to take a chance on me and give me an offer when I hadn't even played a snap at quarterback in the high school, it was really awesome, and I'm forever thankful to them.
Brendan?
As your profile grew, you became a more established quarterback at the prep level. It seemed like you took a more active role in recruiting for Florida State. I guess, why was being an ambassador for this class important to you?
I just felt like as the quarterback of this class, you have to be the leader. That's kind of what you're supposed to do. And I felt like, why not get dudes here that are going to make me look better, make my job easier. So I was all in on getting everybody here and just recruiting guys. I felt like that was kind of my job. And, I feel like this class is an unbelievable group of dudes who, want to go and work for things, not have it given to them. That was one of the big things for this class, and I feel like that we've created this 24 class. They're here to work, and we have a great bunch of dudes ready to work here.
Essen?
So I have a two-part question. One is late in the process you posted that you're loyal to Florida State. Seems like Georgia made a late run. What was that like, saying no to a program like Georgia because you were so committed to Florida State?
It was kind of just a statement. I just wanted everyone to know that, I've been loyal to Florida State and I wasn't planning on doing anything else. There were some teams that came around towards the end of it, trying to see how I was, if I was shaky or not. But I knew in my heart I wanted to be a Nolan, so that's what I wanted to do. So I just felt like making a statement and letting everyone know that I'm here to stay and I'm a Nolan 100%.
And the second part is, Cam the other day said that you guys had a counter for who's going to have more recruits. What was the final count? Who won?
I definitely think I won. Cam, he's my roommate. He's an awesome dude, awesome player, and he was also an awesome recruiter for this class. I think me and him were the two earliest commits, and so we felt like kind of it was our duty to make this class what it was, and I feel like we both did a great job, but I think I definitely took over, and I definitely think I won the game.
Kurt?
being committed for so long, I guess, how much of a relationship were you able to build with guys, quarterbacks already in the program, guys like Brock and Jordan, even before you got here? I guess, what was kind of their messaging before you even got here?
Yeah, I mean, the guys in the quarterback room were unbelievable. You know, even before I signed, just being committed here, you know, they were always super cool, bringing me into the locker room and being around the team. And, you know, outside of that, texting me about my games. They'd look at my scores and see what my stats were, and they'd text me about it, which I thought was really, really cool. And it just speaks volumes about this quarterback group. You know, Coach Tokarts wants us all to be a super tight-knit group because, you know, the quarterbacks, we lead the team, and if we're a tight-knit group here, the whole team's going to be a tight-knit group. So he preaches us, you know, being together and supporting each other. So just to see them do that was really awesome.
We've got one on Zoom here from Logan.
Yes, sir.
Hey Luke, can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with Tony Tokarz and maybe one of the reasons why you ended up going with Florida State importantly?
Yes, sir. Coach Tokarts was probably the main reason why I chose Florida State. Him and his family have treated me and my family just like their own. You know, during the whole recruiting process and since I've been here. You know, since I've been here, he's taken me out to eat. I've hung out with his little new kid, Bo. And they've just been really, really cool to me and my family. So, you know, he's a great dude. He's a family man. And I felt like that was a big thing of why I stuck around with Coach Tokarts. I wanted to be around him. I felt like he was the type of dude that I want to model myself after. And I felt like he was a great role model. So he's definitely one of the main reasons of why I stayed committed.
Essen?
You mentioned how important it was for, you know, Mike Norvell to be one of the first, you know, coaches on you early in the process. How's your relationship grown since you committed and now that you're on campus with Coach Norvell?
Yeah, you know, every visit I took, which was a ton, we'd build our relationship more and more. And, you know, I kind of just, over the time, realized that Coach Norvell is an unbelievable person. And I kind of just realized Coach Norvell, just like the whole entire staff, are family people. And me and my family felt like that was a big thing. And so, you know, just being able to be around him and see the type of man that he is, you know, it's been great. And I'm truly thankful to have him as a role model in my life.
You know, when you were down there at the Orange Bowl, I think just being around, you've gotten some mentorship probably from Jordan. You mentioned the other guys. Getting to be in a locker room and a meeting room now with DJ for the next year. What do you think you'll be able to learn from him, and have you already started that process?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I'll be able to learn so much from DJ. He's an unbelievable competitor, and he's very, very smart on the board with the plays and the coverages and stuff like that. The coaches actually put us by each other in the locker room, so my locker's right next to him. So, you know, I was really happy that they did that. I feel like I can learn a lot from him and kind of just be a sponge to him because he has so much knowledge to give me. But I'm definitely thankful to be around DJ and just be able to learn from him.
Aslan?
Luke, the level of confidence you have, you know, when and where did the sort of drive, the desire to want to be a quarterback kind of develop in you, and what does it mean to you? It seems like it's much more than just actually playing the position. What does it mean to you to be a quarterback?
It means the world to me. You know, to have people look up to you and kind of look for you on the next step is big. I always wanted to be a leader. My parents always taught me to be a leader. And I just felt like quarterback is, you know, you have to be the biggest leader on the field and off. And all eyes are on you. So, you know, I grew up in a household where leadership was taught. And so, you know, I just try to be the best that I can. And I try to lead these guys and the other players around me to success.
Another one on Zoom from Logan.
Luke, what's the game plans for you from Coach Storms this offseason? This spring you're listed at 205. Any chance of adding on more size?
Yes, sir, definitely. You know, Coach Storms, I'm going to be built by Coach Storms. That's what I plan on doing. You know, they're looking to put on some weight on me. You know, there's a lot of big dudes in college football, so taking hits from them, I can't be a little string neck. I got to put some weight on, so that's what we plan on doing, gaining some muscle, getting up to around 215 area, and that's the plan.
Ira?
At the Elite 11, I remember, you know, the first day you felt like it wasn't what you wanted to do, but then you came back and had such a great performance. Did you learn anything about yourself going through that? Did you prove anything? And just how valuable was that experience?
Yes, sir. I mean, it was very, very valuable. My day two, it wasn't the best day. I struggled a little bit. But, it just built me, and it showed me, that you're going to face adversity sometimes, and it also told me to kind of shut out social media. Coach Stokart talks about it all the time as rat poison. The day two, I went back to the hotel and I was kind of just scrolling through social media because my phone was getting blown up, and there was a lot of things out there that wasn't great. Definitely didn't make me feel good about myself. But I had a great support staff. Coach Stokart and Coach Norvell both reached out every single day that I was there to check in on me and just give me words of wisdom. And I think that speaks volumes about this coaching staff as well as my support staff. And it definitely taught me a valuable lesson, and I'll definitely be able to use that going forward.
Court?
It's kind of a weird question. I'm not trying to get you in trouble with your dad, but why do you think he shed a tear when you got that offer?
I think he shed a tear because he knows that it was my dream. As long as I can remember, I always looked up to my dad. I wanted to be like him. He played college football at the University of Massachusetts. And so, I felt me and my brother both wanted to, kind of model ourselves after him. We put a lot of hard work in and, countless hours driving down to Jacksonville, working out with Denny Thompson, just hoping for anything. And to finally see all those hours pay off and finally get that first offer, I think was an emotional time for everybody.
Chris? Can you talk about your relationship with Alex Ewasami and how much he played a role in your recruitment as you got to know everybody here?
Yeah, definitely. Alex is my guy. He was actually the quarterback assistant when I was getting recruited. It's now Coach Tuck, who I love. But Alex was kind of like a big brother. I felt like, Coach Stokart was more of the dad figure, and Alex was more of like the big brother figure. Anything I needed, he was there for me. There were a couple times where we played the video game outside of being here. We'd get on the game and play Fortnite and Call of Duty. But he's just a great person, and he was definitely a huge part in why I stayed committed here, and just treated me like family, and I love that about him.
Awesome.
Obviously, you mentioned the emotional when you got the first offer. You've been committed for a long time. What was it like to finally put pen to paper and sign on signing day with Florida State and just to be done with the process?
It was a breath of fresh air. It was definitely a relief. I kind of just wanted it all to be done with. I'm not the type that loves all the photo shoots and all the attention and everything. So for it to just be over and me just focus on getting in that weight room and putting weight on and just going to work and it finally being true, it was a breath of fresh air.
Jordan?
Luke, kind of adding on to that, can you talk about your decision to early enroll and if that was always in the cards?
It was always in the cards. If I was ever to be in that position, it was definitely something that me and my parents had talked about. It was something that I wanted to do. I felt like, why not go get a head start on everyone else? Why not get an extra couple months in the weight room and kind of just be able to learn some more? So I felt like, being able to early enroll was big for me. I'm still working in the weight room. I've already put on a little bit of weight. And just to get a head start and learn the plays and everything has been huge.
Logan on Zoom.
Lou, can you describe to us the running back room, the wide receiver room, tight end room? We just talked with Landon Thomas, of course, but how exciting that is for you, just knowing how much talent you're going to be surrounded with getting the ball to.
Yeah, the talent is unreal. All these guys here can straight up play football, and they're going to make me look better. So I'm definitely blessed to have dudes like Cam Davis, Landon, BJ Gibson, Kendall Fryer, just in my class. But the dudes outside of my class, Malik just came here. He's unbelievable. Roydell, and then Jakai and Tron and Deuce and some of those dudes that are here. It's definitely gonna be fun to be able to throw the ball to them and play with them. And I'm looking forward to being able to work with them.
Court?
A couple of questions. First off, so what year were you when you got offered? Was it between your freshman and sophomore year, your sophomore and junior year?
'Cause? I'm pretty sure it was the summer of my freshman year.
So before, but you had been in high school for a year,
Yes, sir.
but you hadn't played a varsity game yet?
Correct. Well, I ran down kickoffs.
Okay. So what's it like, so you get offered and you haven't taken a snap in high school, you go back to your high school, you go back to your teammates, you have seniors on that team, you're a sophomore, that just got offered by Florida State, who hadn't played it, thrown it down, hadn't taken a snap yet. What's that dynamic like? How did they treat you? And how much confidence did that give you going in, that's not normal, I don't think, for a school like Florida State to offer a kid that hadn't taken a high school snap yet?
You know, everyone kind of treated me the same. You know, I came in my freshman year and, you know, I played the role of being the new guy, the low guy on the depth chart. You know, I'd go to practice and I'd work very hard. And, you know, I was quarterback running down kickoffs, just trying to do anything I could to get on the field. One thing about me is I hate being on the sideline. So whether I got to do, you know, safety, run down kicks or whatever, I just want to be on that field. And I think that everyone kind of saw that, and that everyone knows how hard that I worked. And so, you know, everyone was kind of really cool to me about it. You know, I came home and my friends had all gotten together and they came over and celebrated with me about getting my first offer. And I know that the coaching staff, you know, they didn't treat me different at all. You know, I was still there to do my job and go play football, and, you know, they were just trying to make me into a better player, and that was kind of the main focus.
Aslan? Guys who play the sport will tell us that there's no magic plays in the playbook. There's only so many routes guys can run. So what's the biggest difference, if you've been able to look between like what you would run in high school conceptually and what Coach Norvell wants to run offensively here at Florida State?
Yeah, everything. You know, Coach Norvell is a mastermind, and his offensive playbook is awesome. And so just being able to get to be in the room and kind of learn some of the terminology and all the routes, you know, is definitely something that I'm looking forward to being able to do. I've already started a little bit on it now, but, you know, just the way that he schemes to get his playmakers the ball is something that I'm really looking forward to being a part of.
We'll do a couple more, Eric.
I know, already seeing it a little bit, we talked to you, you had to keep the hair high and tight.
Yes, sir.
How excited are you to grow it out a little? How long are you gonna let it get?
Oh man, I'm so pumped. You know, 1 on the sides and 2 inches on the top with inspection every 2 weeks. It's very fun. I don't really enjoy my hair being short, so for it to be long like this, you know, I'm extremely happy. But it won't get much longer than this. My mom actually called me the other day and she was like, "You need to get it cut pretty soon." So I'll definitely go and get a haircut pretty soon, but I don't think it'll ever be much longer than this.
Go to Ira for the last one.
And then just because you have so much football in your family, is football like the thing in your family in terms of sports, totally? And then Chiefs or Niners?
Yeah, I would definitely say football is like the main thing in our family. You know, heck, my sister even plays flag football, and she's a stud. But, you know, it was kind of just, my parents wanted us to be active, you know, growing up, me and my siblings. So really any sport that we could play, they wanted us playing. And, you know, all of us just enjoyed it. I think my sister was playing volleyball, softball, soccer, you know, all sorts of sports. My brother was playing lacrosse, basketball, football. So really they just wanted us doing something active. But football kind of took over in the end. And, you know, that was kind of been the main thing. And I think I got to go with the 49ers and my guy, Brock Purdy. You know, I love his game. I think the story would be awesome if he were able to pull it off.
Okay, thanks, Luke.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a great